I didn't get one out. Okay.
I should open up the YouTubes.
Oh, I got a snap. Wait, are we streaming?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
clicked the button.
Yeah, on PSYLP.
Cold outside, I'm so kind of
there you go.
Hello, everyone. How is you?
Us, or I can never get this right. Are you talking to us or the viewers? I always forget.
I'm really not sure. I'm just looking for attention.
Oh, fuck, and I gave it to you. God damn it.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. It has been a few weeks. I have been moving, and I am coming to you all live from Denver, Colorado.
I'm gonna hunt you down.
Well, see, the truth is, I've decided I'm going to murder Criana, and I am just slowly creeping towards her.
He's one state closer. Well, maybe more than one state, but...
Yeah, slightly more than one state, but, you know, close enough. So it has been a few weeks. Welcome back, everyone. Would anyone like to give us a recap of last session? Does anyone remember last session?
I remember last session.
By all means,
I don't
Elora.
want to do it
Okay,
because
then.
I always do.
That is very true.
Well, if no one's gonna step up to the plate, I will use my faulty memory.
I believe in you, Glass. You got
Probably
this.
better than mine.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Where do we even start? Oh no, I don't even remember how this session started. Oh no,
Do you want me to do it? I can do it.
please.
Alright. So we started the session over at the oh boy, what is it called? You people are blocking over it. Can you move Ty and Dolma, please?
I can't move them.
We're off to a wonderful start, everyone.
Yes, the Temple of the Gods. Yeah, that's
There we go.
that's where we started the session.
That place.
Yeah, that place. We learned some stuff with Ty. We met a very interesting NPC, which Orit and Kai immediately bonded over. We found a little rat that is probably going to be resurrecting Fulma for us, but we have to do a few things first. We have to get some gold together, we got to get some materials together, and Dolma has to come to terms with the fact that her brother is actually dead. We played some card games with Ty's new goddess, and found out some really interesting stuff. We also had Arthur go over to the Shrine of Bahamut and just hang out, chat for a bit. Later on, we went back to the Mundane Inn and fixed it up a bit. If I recall correctly, we spent about 500 gold there to try and fix it up, get materials, and all of that good stuff.
Correct. You all
500.
donated 500 gold.
Mm-hmm. And we also, well, I say we, Ty did some recruitment for potential people. We got an NPC, which is, if I recall correctly, an elf, big burly elf that is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to be our main waiter, if I recall correctly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's going to be your
bartender.
bartender. Yeah.
Yes! Bartender. Let's see. Am I recalling last session or the session before?
You're doing a bit of both, but just
A
keep
bit
going.
of
You're
both.
fine.
Okay.
You're doing great.
We also
can tell.
had a lunch date with... What's the NPC from the Temple of the Gods?
Friend.
Fran.
Also, I should point out, Girthston is the elf bartender.
Yes!
How do
Girthston.
you, did someone spell that for in
I
Discord?
just
It's-
put it in. I
it's
just put it in
in-
roll
oh.
20.
Yeah. Right
oh,
there.
thank you.
Girthston. We had a nice lunch date with Fran, which ended up doing a bit of recalling, a bit of storytelling, and she brought out a whip with several snakes on the end of it, which, interestingly enough, Kai was able to recognize it. Kind of get some information, but not too. Nice time. That we also went over to the docks and found a traveling vendor. Made some deals, got some sending stones, and now Arthur has a way to communicate with Brother, and we have a way to communicate with this vendor. I cannot remember his name. No, we got two. We got two sending stones.
Oh,
Boom! We got one.
No. We got one sending stone, and you got an amulet that you can contact him with.
Okay.
To bring him to you, so they're different. But yes, his name is the Great and Glorious Baboon.
Yes.
No, they are different. One's a sending stone, and one is because a sending stone can be used with any other sending stones that you're aware of, right? They're not point to point. But this amulet that you got is point to point.
Okay. That being said, we met this guy. He's pretty cool. Ashu wanted to try and get a bookcase. So talk to him about that.
And Mika was following us.
Yes, Mika is following us, and actually is now on Arthur's shoulder. Maybe, if she decided to stay there. After that, my memory kind of fades, because we might have ended the session there.
Yeah, we ended the session basically right after we talked to the merchantman.
Yes, boom.
Yes. Excellent. Give yourself an inspiration, sir.
Okay.
that was very good.
Thank you.
So we're going to start the session, not at any specific point in time, unless, of course, if any players had thought of anything they wanted to ask or speak to Baboom or Brunhilde about before you left.
No.
Gotcha.
Not
Well, then we're going to start kind of more in a narrative place. The weeks are passing on. To let you guys know, the 500 gold that you invested into the Mundane Inn has started to pay dividends as the new barkeep you hired, Girthston, seems to be very efficient and very good at organization, to the point where Darian has even commented to Ty that he feels kind of useless, like he doesn't really have anything to do because Girthston is really on top of it. You'll see Girthston up at 3 in the morning, or sorry, like 6 in the morning, really early, going over books and trying to find suppliers and using the gold to pay off the guild dues and fees to get the barrels and the chairs and all that. But the inn itself is starting to look much better, much more renovated. And at one point, Darian would have asked you all what you want to call it, because he feels like it needs a name change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about
right.
Mundane Inn not really hitting with the kids these days.
Yeah, I remember suggesting a name, but I can't remember.
The 13th candle, no.
No.
My suggestion would be establishment for drinking, but Darian does not really appreciate that.
Shut up, Data.
That was Kirsten. Thank you very much.
Shut up, Data.
Wait, hold on.
Data.
It's like Mundane Inn isn't bringing in customers, but establishment for drinking will.
He shrugs. It's simple, it's to the point, and it describes what it does.
But that's not how advertisement works.
Oh yeah, this was my suggestion. I'm gonna repost it in Discord if you guys want to go with that.
Oh yeah. I like that one.
Oh, that's cute. I like it.
So for chat's sake, it's the Sleepy Dragon.
Picture of a sleepy dragon.
Well, let's
that's
take a
right,
vote.
Because weren't we gonna do like a maid cafe type thing, and then Arthur was gonna be like the
Were we?
If I recall
I
correctly, we
think that-
were joking
that was
about doing a ladies' night.
Criana, are you sure that wasn't just a late night conversation?
No, that was on stream, if I recall correctly.
Gotcha.
I know my memory's bad.
But I remember maid cafe.
No, I mean I was just gonna leave it at that. I just know my memory.
I remember joking about having Arthur only wear a tie, a bow tie.
I am not clothing.
So, quick vote. All opposed to Sleepy Dragon, say nay. All right, perfect. Well done. Good participation.
Sweet.
We did it.
I also thought it'd be easier to count that way.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it.
So Darian would. I do believe that's a wonderful name. I'll get to work on the sign immediately. Oh, I've actually already commissioned people to do it. And Darian just kind of pauses, sits back down.
You're a true capitalistic owner now.
It's almost as if he doesn't own the place anymore.
One day, probably about a week after, you would all wake up and you would find someone who Dolma and Ty would find familiar, bustling about. A short, kind of skinny, stocky, awkward-looking farm boy walking around trying to clean tables and chairs. And when you come down, he'd look up. Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. My name is Marth. I'm going to be an employee here now, I believe.
You believe?
And you'll hear from behind the bar, yes, I spoke with Darian and we needed the extra help, so he allowed me to hire on Marth. Yes, that's what the big elf said, yes.
The big elf who has a name.
Oh, yes. Marth looks at Gerston and nods. Gerston. And Gerston would nod. Can I get you something to drink? Maybe something to drink or to eat. I could make food.
Dolma just stares at everyone else, just like, oh. This is not what I ordered.
Oh, it's not.
Roll me a perception check, Dolma, since you seem to be engaging with him. Okay.
15.
You notice that Marth is almost unconsciously swaying, almost as if they were dancing just a little bit.
Interesting. Gonna keep that note to myself for now, I guess.
I will take some tea. Kai's trying to read the room but can't quite understand Dolma's hesitation.
Yes, of course, tea. I can do that. I will get tea. And we'll just walk off.
Dolma, is everything all right? You seem apprehensive towards Marth.
He's just... She pauses for
Kai
a bit.
blinks multiple times.
Yeah, you can see she's just going through a Rolodex of, words, trying to find one that isn't just, immediately going to crush this person. I just find him really irritating.
Oh. Yes, he does seem quite irritating. I agree. She nods and then, slowly gives a smile and a thumbs up to Dolma.
And as the week continues on, Gerston, Darian, and now Marth continue to set the inn up. They refurnish all the rooms, as in clean them, get them looking really nice, repairing any damage that was done. A very pleasant sign comes in a few days later. It says the Sleepy Dragon. Has a picture of a curled up silver dragon on the sign. And it's one that looks almost like a baby dragon. It's just got the adorable snoot, not the long, scary snoot. And there starts to be people that kind of notice there's some buzz. I believe also some of you wanted to do some form of advertisement to try and draw more of a crowd, yes?
Yes.
A maid cafe.
So...
Listen, if you want to, we'll make a ladies' night. Jeez.
I kind of
kind of want to.
kind of just feeling out the room, like if we're we're gonna joke, okay, okay.
I'll
move on,
get
Criana.
my I'll get my
like,
athletics roll ready. I mean, I'll flex. I don't.
I could see Kai totally being like, Arthur's a young spry dragon boy. We could use him to.
I think
You can
advertising.
exploit him.
he's underage in dragon years.
No, yeah, but Kai would be like, well,
Kai doesn't know that.
no. First of all, she doesn't. I don't think she. But I think it makes sense because it's called the Sleepy Dragon, right? Why not have a real? Get the brothers involved.
Hey, if you can convince Kip to do it too, sure.
Listen, I know this sounds like derailing, but I'm throwing that out there as a legitimate thing to do. Continue with the campaign, Squee.
Okay, well, first things first then. So at some point over the course of the week, Kai is going to have to go to her first day on the job. That while she is not required to go work at the palace as a secretary, while you are all here, it has been mentioned that she should meet up with Kip once a week to go over notes and to do other things like that. I'm going to cover that with you at another time, but Kai, I'd love for you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. This is where I say
Good
things.
fucking
so-
luck, man.
With disadvantage?
No, with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh shit. Okay.
Hey, if you need inspiration, I got.
I thought I had.
I think we were all given inspiration.
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
right.
sessions
Yeah.
ago.
Correct, which means that your inspiration you earn burn probably fell on nothing.
That's
I
fine.
rolled.
Okay. We'll figure out later exactly how you do it, but when Kai returns, Kip has promised to come.
Yay!
No,
also-
he's an Abercrombie and Finch model.
Yep.
We have that one photo from before.
If you want to try and get the brothers involved, that's going to take a role play, I'm afraid.
We'll cross that bridge
however,
when we get there.
However, that said, I do believe the party wanted to go talk to Holly anyway. So we'll deal with that in a moment. First things first, Darian would say, I do believe that things are progressing very nicely, and we're planning on opening up on the 25th of October, the night. It's a Friday night. It's a good time, and we're thinking of having a grand opening for the Sleepy Dragon.
Darian needs to mute his phone. Sorry.
Darian's very busy and has a lot to do, okay?
His Tamagotchi is yelling at him.
He needs to find something to do.
He has, workshops and guilds to talk to. He's a very busy businessman.
Sorry, that tickled me. Sorry, continue.
Hello?
I say as I throw my phone on the couch.
Hello, Sending Stone.
I'm just gonna put my phone on mute at this point.
So basically, on the 25th of October, which is about 2 weeks into the month, they plan on having an opening night. What would you guys like to do to attempt to promote it? Obviously, you're going to try and get Kip to come as a local celebrity.
Sure. Yeah, we can call it that. I mean, Dolma literally wrote a fucking song, a theme song
jingle.
for the inn, so yeah. She's
That's
probably
very
going to be performing that, and just in general, she's going to be probably spending a lot of her nights performing at the bar for tips because she has a brother to resurrect.
That is
And
true,
also, it's
she
just
does.
good business.
Yeah.
Well then, go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why are these the ones that I fear all
does
the
Ty
time?
help with her bagpipes?
Oh, nope.
Are you sure? You
She
can roll at
starts bringing
disadvantage.
it out, and Dolma's just like,
Aw.
nope.
You
Put
could
that-
roll 2 dice instead of 1, Dolma.
Because she's not using it?
No, I was gonna say because it's a disadvantage.
Oh, fucking. Okay.
No, go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Inspiration, fuck that. Ah, I knew it.
So,
Fuck everything.
I was gonna be like, maybe she did decide to use the bagpipes for whatever reason.
Maybe you snored last night and she wants revenge.
Oh my god.
So Dolma goes around well, you would be in the neighborhood, right? I mean, how far out would you be, like, going to the rich sector and performing, or?
Good question. Probably just going around, like, the more trafficked areas, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And like the market or something along those lines, or maybe like not right next to the palace, but like in one of the areas where it's like, you know, more trafficked areas.
Gotcha. Understood. Like the market, the busier sides, maybe the docks. But you run around and you perform the jingle. I assume you do more than just the jingle. You don't like play a 30-second jingle and move on. You do a set, but you do the jingle enough times so you kind of get stuck in people's heads.
And she would actively be letting people know that she was going to be performing later that night at the bar, essentially.
Okay. You do a very good job, and you get many people who comment that they're going to go check it out, and a lot of them just to hear you play.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Does she get any tips?
Yeah. Roll me 1d4, please.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
2.
You get 20 gold.
Nice.
Go into the Fulma Foundation.
Fucking right.
What else? Does anyone else do anything to promote to the opening night?
Well, I was going to say if there's anything that requires, like posters or pamphlets or things like that, I would like to work on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Flyers could be put around town. Go ahead, and I believe it would be a performance check for, like, art.
Can I work with, Glass's character?
Ori?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Orit can do the picture, and Ashu can do the, is it calligraphy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then, who would you say would be doing the lion's share of the work? Orit or... You know what? Let me just do it this way. Who has a better performance check?
I have 4.
I have a pretty high, let's see, performance is 5, but I also have proficiency with calligraphy.
Oh, what's that? Is that higher than a +5?
I don't entirely know what it is. I guess it's just that, but I guess it's my performance plus proficiency, which is a 7.
Proficiency. Correct. So yes, then roll me that with advantage.
I have a box of pigments you guys can have.
I also have paints.
Oh, color.
I have a calligraphy set.
Okay, I just have this box of pigments from when we dyed the book.
I will say that would like consume. But we're doing like tons of flyers here that would consume all your pigments. So
I kind of want it out of my inventory. So.
Oh, all right, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to use it as shoe, make colorful flyers. Roll me a basically your calligraphy proficiency with advantage. That's Oris is helping, so basically a d20 plus 7 with advantage.
You give me a second. I want to make sure that this is.
I can't stop looking
Correct.
at that phone now.
I know. I'm keep watching.
What is this? So that'd be charisma plus that. Oh. Okay. told you to do this. Sorry, I'm just making sure that like the numbers add up. There we go.
Well, okay then. You also get with advantage, so who knows? You could get a 29.
Yeah, excuse me, I might.
You might get a 29 instead of a 28. Yeah, all right. You and Orit make a wonderful template and are able to reproduce it about 50 some odd times.
Okay. I need to also preference that apparently it added my other thing twice, so that's actually 26. Just making sure that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Still more than enough. It's actually only a 26 and only a 12. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you make a wonderful, very beautiful, colorful flyers. You make about 50 of them, and then go send them out and put them on walls and stuff across the city. You have permission to place one on the Mage Academy and also on Falconmire Manor. I like to think that maybe someone tried to put one on the jail, but in any case, yes, that will also draw a crowd. So, what just happened?
That's my bad. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, nope, that's my bad. I was trying to open up another tab, and I keep forgetting that this is in Chrome.
So Jimmy Carr walks into your bar.
No, okay, listen, okay. I was going to make a joke about how Arthur could fucking dress up like the dudes on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown.
But I mean,
With the rollerblades and the short shorts.
he'd be wonderful.
Yeah,
He'd be wonderful, though.
I'm trying to get a picture. That's all that was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Just you guys go to the bar and you're.
Oh, fuck.
No one's gonna get that if they don't know who Jimmy Carr is.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I know who. Laugh, angels.
Yes. Angels sing whenever that laugh comes. Okay, so flyers and the performances actually both pay off spectacularly. And at one point, a shoe. I know we're kind of doing things a bit topsy-turvy here, but at one evening, while... You know, we'll just go ahead and handle this now. You also are giving Tali lessons in Celestial. Last session, I believe I had you roll. I'd like you to go ahead and roll again for this session. I'm going to roll for Tali as well.
Okay.
I don't remember if I made a character sheet for Tali yet. I need to if I haven't. That's fine. I know his intelligence is a -1, so we'll just roll a d20 -1.
Yep.
Poor guy. Did I ever tell you guys, Tali is a PC character of mine whom I adore. And his stats, oh my god, Tali, his stats are 8 strength, 18 dex, 15 con, 8 intelligence, 8 charisma, and 16 wisdom.
My god.
He's wonderful in a fight, but my god, don't ask him to open a door or solve a math problem.
To open a door. No!
Or, you know, be a charismatic superhero.
Let's be real, very few of them are actually charismatic.
He tries, though, bless his soul. On this night, though, or this week, a shoe. Oh, this fits so well. Tali is unusually attentive over the course of this next week, and picks up a lot because you can tell a shoe he is trying really hard. And roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Hey, Criana. Here it is. In Discord.
Not only is Tali trying really hard to learn, but also it seems really hard to please you. And Tali picks up quite a bit over the course of that next week. Basically, I'm giving him, because of the critical success and your success, it's like 2 for him.
All right.
And one night, a couple of nights before the opening, after the lesson, he goes, a shoe, can I ask you something?
Of course. What is it?
Well, so, I know that you guys are opening the Sleepy Dragon on Friday. Everyone's talking about it, and it's supposed to be a big event. And I was wondering if maybe if I could maybe make an appearance.
She blinks once, stands there for a second.
Oh, not me, but and like leans in really close, even though there's like no one in the room.
She leans
Crimson
down.
Tiger.
Ah. I was about to say, you didn't need to make an appearance, you could just show up. But if you mean your friend.
Yes. Oh, gives you like a big wink. My friend. I really want people to know that my friend, winks again, is out there and willing to protect people, and I thought that might maybe be a good way to tell everyone.
She leans back from leaning down. She goes, well, I think that was an excellent idea, but it's missing something.
Oh.
A little pizzazz. This is more of a business thing than just kind of showing up.
Oh?
How about, she thinks for a second, well, we gotta make a spectacle of it in some way.
Oh. Like, his face is like a roller coaster when you say, but it's missing something. Like, he looks crestfallen, and then pizzazz, and his eyes light up, and then you say spectacle, he's like, Oh. Yeah. No, he could be like a flashy entrance or something.
We'd have to set up a small stage. I'm sure that we can do at least something. If anything, we could probably just set up a few tables.
Oh, would you? That'd be wonderful. Oh, Shu. Oh, and like he like hugs you and then like runs away and then like runs back and he goes, oh, I can't tell anyone.
That's true.
He was like running off to go tell people. But he just kind of stands there and dances from foot to foot and says, this would be amazing.
She thinks for a second. Alright, I have an idea. I just need one fairly sturdy pole. And, do you have any, she holds out her fist. Do you have any, kind of hand guards? Say something that kind of protrudes out from your, She stops for a second. She looks around the room. Is there anything that looks like a ring? She starts fumbling around.
I mean, you're at a general store, so you could probably find something. What are you looking for exactly?
She's really just looking for a kind of a larger ring. Like something that might be like a curtain hoop or something like that.
Oh, like a shower holder.
Yeah, but something that you could probably like grasp. Like
okay, yeah, there's juggling rings.
Yeah,
the general store has a set of juggling rings. They're like 5 silver.
Okay, do you have
They're
anything
made
like
properly.
this where you can kind of hold in your hand?
Oh, I suppose. I don't know. I've always just. I mean, my friend has always just kind of used their fists and feet. But yeah, I'm trained in many kinds of weapons.
Fists and feet. Okay, I can work with that.
I can do this, and he'll create like a crimson tiger paw over his hand.
That is
of radiant light.
excellent. That would work really well. She pauses for a second. Do you have any metal guards for your hands or legs that also have a thick, like leather between the plate and and you'll lay your hand.
Oh. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I can get that.
It has to be really thick, though.
Okay, really thick. I got it. I can do that.
Thick leather with a metal plate. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He looks super excited.
Oh, we should probably also practice.
Okay, so I am curious now. Over the course of the next few days, you both practice. What are you practicing?
I also need to get like a pole, something to.
Mm-hmm.
What she would like to do is actually heat up, do heat metal on something that he's going to be using, and be able to actually use very like kind of glowing, sparking thing whenever he does an attack against some sort of pole thing.
Oh, I like it. Kind of cool. So, like, heat it up and then maybe press the digitator or something.
Yeah, something that will make it, like, glow and spark.
Gotcha. Understandable. Easy to do. Over the course of the next few days, you practice. He tells you that he is getting a costume, but it's not done yet. So it won't be done until, like, right before, but he'll be ready. And he has, like, when you're practicing all that, he has these, like, clunky but very effective, like, knight's gloves. You know, like, almost like full plate mail gloves. But they protect it. Yeah, they protect him. Okay, give me a second here. I am seeing if I can import my Tali. Where is the ability to import things?
Just trying to figure out if there's like a weird, almost like brass knuckles that would just extend metal from his fist instead of having around his knuckles. I don't think that exists.
I don't. You'd have to make something like that.
Yeah.
And probably not time, but maybe something in the future to think about.
Yeah.
Whoops. So, sorry. Let's continue on while I do this. But let me go ahead and roll for him real quick. This would be more of a dexterity thing, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh, Tali.
Is he not very dexterity?
Oh, he's very dexterous, but he also rolled a 2. He has trouble with the big, thick gloves. He seems very excited about it. A shoe, by the time the day comes, I mean, he could pull it off. Possibly. He's very gung-ho about it.
She starts thinking for a second. You know what? You might need some motivation. I can see what I can do. Dolma might be able to help. She starts thinking and then tries to get Dolma.
Oh, man. Okay, so Dolma, you're brought into this. And I assume... Oh, actually, I want you to describe this to Dolma. Like...
She goes, all right, so we want to have an introduction for the Crimson Tiger to the public. We're trying to make it as flashy as possible. And looks like he might be having a bit of trouble with the routine that he's trying to do. He might need something to help him out. I was thinking that maybe some accompaniment would be nice.
Something to give him a rhythm.
Yeah. I think it would also be good for the crowd as well.
Sure. And she will play along with his routine and probably throw him a bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I think we're going to be dual inspiring him.
He's got his own cheer squad.
Yeah, I'll just roll 2d6 for him then. Give me a second here. I'm looking at I want to make sure I imported the right thing.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have an
good.
actual inspiration. It's just to have him look like he's going faster than he usually does.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, give me a second here. Oh, okay, not horrible. So it goes from a 5 to a 9. Dolma, you get the same impression. He's got the technique down. Just, is he going to perform well in front of people? It's unsure. I guess it'll be a surprise. But he is extremely excited about this. So, and incredibly grateful, Ashu. And in fact, as you are leaving on the night, like the night before, as you know, you're finished practicing to prepare, Tali comes up to you and kind of pulls on your leg and goes, Ashu.
Yes.
I wanted to give you a present for helping with everything. You've been so amazing, and I know that you really, really like books. So I found the oldest book that we had buried deep in some stacks somewhere, and I wanted to give it to you. And he pulls it out and like blows some dust off of it.
Ashu's eyes glisten with interest.
And he hands it over to you.
Takes it and gives the cover a once over to see if there's any sort of clues where it might be.
There is on the front. Roll me a knowledge history check.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yes. On the front of the book, there is a symbol. This symbol pertains to one of the highest noble houses of the High Elves in Palantir. It is a noble house of the Heartblood. An old ruling house. You estimate this book is probably hundreds of years old.
Oh, back before the war.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, how did you?
Oh, Uncle Gumfrey gets all kinds of weird stuff and throws it in the bottom of the general store. We sell it to special customers and the like, and I think you count as a special customer.
She stops for a second. Are you telling me you actually work with a Gumfrey? It's not just a name for your...
Oh, no, Uncle Gumfrey, he owns the place. He's just always traveling around trying to sell, well, like, leaves and stuff. It's weird. He's weird. But he's also really good at collecting things.
Does he like to use coupons?
Oh, is that what's a coupon?
Little pieces of pamphlets to give discounts to items that you might be selling.
I'd have to ask one of his sons. And he would start looking weird, and he would go grab one of the caretakers of the shop, a big man with a beard and a ring in one of his ears, and he would say, "Oh, yes, Tali's tutor, how are the lessons going?"
Oh, splendidly, actually. But I should have probably asked sooner. The Gumfrey in your name, so I was wondering what, I was wondering about, I heard that that's a real person. Would this Gumfrey, I don't know, usually go around giving small percentile discounts in the form of coupons?
Oh, you mean to, like, attract business?
Yeah.
Well, give me a second. Hang on a second. I'm gonna grab Criana to the secret room. Criana?
Okay.
Criana.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm
We're
here.
going to secret room.
Okay.
Wait, where is our secret room?
Secret
I
Babylon.
don't know.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Right there.
I don't know if I want to go, Squeak.
You want to go.
I don't know if I want to go. I don't want to go.
You have to go to the box now.
You make interesting characters, you end up in the box.
Mm-hmm.
The price you pay for your fan base.
Yep.
I don't know what I thought you were gonna say, but it wasn't that.
So yeah, that's the outfit that I kept thinking of throwing on Arthur. Okay, well, welcome back.
Hi, sorry. He would say, I'm not rightly sure. Dad!
What?
Come here for a minute.
You see a familiar face issue come down the stairs. Slowly but surely. A halo of light surrounds him. And then when he gets to the third step from the bottom, he trips and rolls the rest of the way down.
Yep,
Is he
that's
still
it.
wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
No, he's wearing like business casual.
So, for
The
the
shoe
viewers
looks
at
like
home-
she's graying and becoming petrified.
For the viewers at home, imagine a lawn gnome.
Oh,
Big,
He
bushy,
showed up.
white beard.
he showed up in the ship one that's on PSYLP.
Oh, yeah.
You
So
can watch
those-
yeah.
Yeah, but for those of you who don't know, big, bushy, white beard, pointy hat, business casual.
Yep. He always wears that.
Chaos being.
Totally a gnome. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Light following him wherever he goes. Probably some magical item he picked up somewhere.
Yeah. To make himself look glowing.
Yes. Dad, this
Hang
young,
on,
nice...
son. Oh, sorry, my boy. I've fallen and I can't get up. My tubby little legs. I'm a little bit more rotund than I used to be. Yeah, can you help your old pop up?
And he would definitely help you up. Oh, of course. Yeah, Dad, are you all right?
Yeah. So what did you call me for? And he'll turn around and he'll spot her. A distant memory flickers in the back of his mind.
She doesn't look a day older than what she meant.
Neither
My
does
God.
Gump, for that fact.
My God, son, come here.
What?
Bend down.
What? Oh, yes, Dad, yes.
That's my first girlfriend I was telling you about.
The one
my
where you
first-
guys eloped?
Yeah, that was my first girl. Well, yeah. I guess that means we were. Yeah. That's my first girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I need you to play it cool because I think she wants to get back together.
Oh. Dad, I mean, sure, but I thought you told me that women were a distraction.
I know. That's why I had to leave her. She was very obsessed with me.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
By the way, Ashu and Gumfrey only know each other on the boat. Just so there's no mysterious rendezvous outside of it.
Cassandra is just leaning over you all of a sudden.
He suddenly nods and stands up and leans against the counter. So you're a shoe.
Yeah. A shoe. Oh, shoe. I didn't recognize you. Hi. How's it going? It's been a while. A shoe. I got them leaves still in my pocket that I showed you all those years ago. You're very quiet, Ashu. Making me a little bit nervous.
She has... Her head's tilted up, her mouth is open, soul slowly rising from her mouth.
Ashu! Come back to me!
What?
Tiny hand slaps her face.
How'd you get up so high?
I jumped, and now I'm balancing on your shoulders. Hold on, let me hop on back down. Sorry about that. Ashu, it's so good to see you.
Likewise, I thought
Really?
I might take it back, but at the moment, pretty good.
Oh, well, my God, what the hey are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I
Are
opened
you
up shop.
telling me I've been here for weeks? I think actually a month. Around in the I've been teaching this boy a language, and you were upstairs the whole time.
Oh, no, Uncle Gumfrey just got back. He's always traveling.
Hey, you.
What?
Did I say you could talk?
Oh.
Oh
Sorry,
my god!
Uncle.
I've decided he will be the Toby.
Oh my god.
Gumfrey turns back. I'm sorry, he sucks all the fun out of the room. So, I mean, yeah, I've been probably the last week. I've been up there, catching up on my soaps. But I didn't realize you've been here. Holy crap! Well, we gotta hang out, Ashu. We gotta go, hang out, like two people, like one-on-one. Some may refer to it as a date.
She is obviously still dazed.
I'll just,
Godfrey, I
Yeah.
would love to catch up on how long has it been?
God,
The 25 years, was it?
probably something like that. Yeah.
15? It has been too long to remember which ship I met you when.
Yeah. Well, it was the one where everyone basically died. There's,
You'd be surprised at how many ships do that.
Hey, you know what? And you could tell me all about that if we went for, coffee or maybe, some pina coladas. I know how to make them. Make them really good.
Her life comes back into her eyes. She goes, you know what? That might be an excellent thing. Mind you. I know. I'm pretty astounded too. But there
Gumfrey's
is.
son giving him thumbs up from behind.
I have to say, there is some pretty fantastic place downtown that there's a grand opening for it. It sounds like everyone's going to be there.
Okay. I'm in.
I was hoping you would say that.
I'll bring my boys. We'll make a whole thing of it. Oh, God. I'm so
Absolutely. Actually, I have a bit of a business dealing with them. And because of that, we can have a business deal from Gumfrey to that building right over there. She points out like a wall.
Now, I don't want our relationship to be a conflict of interest for our businesses. You must understand I'm a businessman first and a lover second.
Absolutely.
Almost puked
All
a little
right.
bit in your mouth, didn't you?
Oh, some Pepe Le Pew things going on. All right. Well, shoot.
I will say our businesses will only thrive together, mainly because that's an inn and this isn't.
That's a good point. All right. Well, I'll bring my coupons, maybe some flyers. God, what else should I bring?
Bring your best suit.
Oh,
Bring also, if you have something that you think would be spectacular, maybe even we can hold a small auction if you'd like.
oh my glob! Yes, I have the perfect thing. It'll be a surprise, milady. I'm sure you'll get a real kick out of it.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
All right. Well, this is what an evening. I took a tumble down the stairs, got up, looked at my old girl. Yep. Now I'm going on a date. All right.
Uncle, do I get to go too?
All right. I'm sorry. What do you do here? Do you just like go out and play all the time while I'm gone, or what is it that you do here?
Dad,
I can't.
Tally's been helping us with the store.
Tali. I couldn't remember his name. What? He's been helping with the store. Yeah. Yep. Tali. Yep. He sure is in the store right now. That's right.
Tally's just standing there.
But you know,
Right.
Who I do like when he comes around, that Crimson Tiger fella. Now, you learn from him, Tali, because he knows how to be a gentleman.
I like to imagine that he's seen Tally sneak in as the Crimson Tiger and just never put two and two together.
Yep.
Brilliant. Tally nods. Oh, yes, he's wonderful. I wonder if he'll make an appearance at the tavern. Big wink to Shu.
Well, Tony, we all know the Crimson Tiger's a very busy man. So, probably not. It's probably off saving the world from, God knows what. Our Lord and
Right,
Savior.
Uncle.
Jesus.
Right. Winks at a shoe again. He's really bad at hiding it.
Guthrie seems completely unaware. This is probably why the relationship has worked in a mysterious way between the two.
Well, I think it's time to get going.
Oh, yep. I don't want to keep you waiting, my lady. By the way, where are you staying? While you're here, where are you living? I might, maybe we could, if I ever make too much pasta, I'm like, oh, maybe I should want some,
The false Hydra pit.
Well, you could always drop whatever you'd like off at the inn, because we work there.
Oh, the business.
Yes.
So you live at the inn, or you just work at the inn, or are you an indentured servant? What's going on? What's going on with that? That's kind of messed up.
It would definitely be if that was the case, but it is not the case.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll see you at the inn, milady. He tips
Absolutely.
he tips his pointy hat.
What a gentleman. As she's walking out the door without a second hesitation.
So, after Shu leaves... No, actually, I'm sorry. I gotta grab Criana and take her to the secret room again.
All right.
Okay, goodbye.
I will be right back.
I was dying at that.
What?
Oh, Tony! Oh, poor baby!
I think it was beautiful to see a shoe want to get away so badly.
Oh. I could feel the regret.
That added another extra 10 years to her life. Could put it on her and she'll die.
Critical.
Good.
That was my first
Get
kill.
the fuck.
Cassandra just appears in the background. Yet you were flirting with me. I don't remember what Cassandra's voice was.
Something
Oops.
like that.
Probably not.
All I can really remember about Cassandra is that she was super buff strong. She did blood magic, and I managed to get a piggyback ride from her.
Yeah, that did happen.
Which I wrote down as like an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Well, that was a turn.
Scumfree, and I hate that I say that. he brings me some kind of life and stank.
So let's see here. That's that. Tali has practiced a grand entrance. Gumfrey is coming to the party with a shoe. Gumfrey would have assured you that he is going to bring a special type of a special selection of ale that he has picked up in his travels. Let's see what else we got here.
Please don't tell me it's just fermented glue.
Oh my god, you totally hit the nail on the head. It's totally fermented glue.
It has like
Oh.
those little Hawaiian straws in it. It's fine. It's really classy.
Before we get to the opening, I believe Arthur,
Huh?
you had a conversation you wanted to have with a couple of people.
Did
Yes. Yes, you did, about a costume of some kind.
I? Oh yeah, yeah. So during this this kind of part of the time skip, Arthur would have approached Kaitana.
Yes. Not comfy.
Yeah,
Yes.
not Gumfrey. And started talking about how cool the Crimson Tiger was during the fight with the Hydra, and how he kind of wished that he had an alter ego, kind of like that. Because I mean, he knows that Tali's the Crimson Tiger, but maybe he could get one.
I just want to interject real quick. Welcome to the world of a DM, Criana.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh.
Switching characters on the fly.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say, boy, I really want to do a southern accent. Kai would totally be super supportive. I don't know if we're role-playing this out, but she'd be like, yes, let's do it. And, like, bring Oreed in.
Yes! And so that's what we do. We're just kind of glossing over it, unless you guys want to actually roleplay.
No, I mean, unless the characters want to, there's no reason to. Just that you help create a persona. Why don't we? Yeah, like I'm assuming when Arthur uses it, we'll have some sort of thing to show, right?
Yes.
I feel like we could do, like, a catwalk, like, no pun intended, because, you know, we talked about, you know, modeling earlier with Arthur, but, like, be like, all right, everyone, Arthur has something to show us, and, like, sit down and, like, just model it.
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm
will
thinking.
say, while you guys are having this conversation, like while you're in the tavern planning out the costume and all that stuff, at one point, of course, Marth is attending to you, and I have your drinks here, just right here. Your drinks, I have them here, and they set them down in front of you, and then
Kai goes, thanks, Martha. I ordered that drink about a week ago when you first started, so that's pretty good. It's pretty good timing.
Marth smiles at you sweetly for a second, and then the smile disappears, and Marth goes, I'm sorry if I took too long. I'll try. And slams his hand on the table, and you see it's kind of cupped, and he goes, "Oh, sorry, one moment." And he kind of slides his hand over and picks it up, and you see there's like a spider that was on the table that he's got, and he goes, "I'll just put this outside," and starts walking outside, and you think you see him whispering to the spider as he like takes it outside of the tavern.
What the fuck?
Kai will blink a couple of times and then look at the other two. You all just saw that, correct?
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Was he whispering to the spider?
Yeah. Yeah. Kai's just very stone faced, yep, sure was.
So, anyways, I think incorporating the cape would be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
We need to make
mask.
sure the cape's not too long.
Oh yeah, definitely. You don't want to trip over that.
On the contrary, what if we have something that you can take off and put back on? So, you could have a train for your cape. Probably,
Train?
40, 50 feet. Or the Ardenfell equivalent of measurement.
What's a train?
No, that's the Ardenfell equivalent of measurement. We go by trains here.
Trains
that
have not
cape
been invented.
That cape is 2.5 trains.
Kai.
Actually, Ardenfell uses bananas for scale.
Bananas
Okay.
for scale.
Pardon
Okay.
me. Trains are what we used to do up in the tundra when we were moving our tribe location. We would follow each other in a line. For some reason, we just named it a train.
Huh.
But, yes, it was usually quite long, so that is what I mean when I say have a long cape like a train. I really want to talk like Gumfrey. I'm trying to stop myself. It is so difficult.
Okay.
Arthur's just all right.
You
Cool.
you would hear from behind the bar. Wow, I forget what it's called. Bar behind the bar. I was trying to think there's another word you add to that, but there's not. It's just the bar. You would hear, though, in my opinion, capes are very dangerous and tend to get caught on things. Are you sure you want to add that to your costume? I'm assuming this is. As Girthston just kind of sits there, still sitting there, cleaning a glass, looking at you.
I mean, yeah. A nice cape. It's purple. Hello.
I have to agree
Yeah.
with him on that. Floey's
Yes.
cool.
And it's gonna be cold, so
Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna need it.
Ah, yes, capes are very good for warmth. It's just that they tend to get caught on things, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm
Oh,
just
that's
here to
why
serve
we'll make
drinks.
sure that it's detachable.
Right.
He
It's sort of
nods.
like an entrance attire versus what he will actually be battling in.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, that could
yes. That
And then
makes
he'll take it off a flat. I'm sorry, I'm still distracted. Is he still talking to that spider?
Oh, he's outside.
Kai's gonna poke her head up.
Looking through the windows.
I can't let this one go. I'm sorry. We'll time out. One moment.
you see Marth puts the little spider on a barrel outside and waves to it, and then sways back and forth a little bit. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Kai, since Kai. Well, whoever was looking out the window.
Probably overeat. To be honest.
Oh, Reet and Kai, you can both roll it. That's fine.
Maybe
You know what? Let's all roll it. Fuck it.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Marth put the spider on the barrel and wave to it and sway back and forth a little bit and then turn around and walk inside. See you all with your head stuck out. Oh, eats the spider, and just walks back in with the head down.
While head's still poked out, Kai will kind of side glance at the other two whose heads are poked out the window.
I imagine it's Kai's head is at the top, and then it goes Ori, and then Arthur in a line. Well, I want to ask about it, but at the same time, I also don't.
You're on your own for that one.
Yeah. No. Fuck it. He just goes back inside.
So, anyways, about this mask.
Yes. Are you going to be paying for the materials?
Yeah. Just tell me how much it is.
Depends on how intricate you want to go with it.
It's mostly wood, pretty much.
Mostly wood. So for the whole thing, the mask, the engraving, the painting, all that stuff, for wood, a gold piece.
Okay, sounds good. And then whatever...
And for the costume as a whole, it would be whatever, I have to look again, but whatever the cost of a costume is, I believe it's 10 gold. With that, we will, let's see, excuse me, there's the things that people want to do. Orit. I'm not quite sure how you wanted to do this, but Orit wanted to go around and exercise with people.
Spar.
Yes, that's a word too.
So basically, he wants to get a feel for everyone combat-wise. Because, to be honest, they've only had a few combats. And he's still not entirely certain what all people do. So he would go up to each person individually, so long as they're not busy, and ask to spar with them with regular weapons and no magic involved.
Okay. Then my questions would be twofold to the players. First, who would take her up on this, or who would take Orit up on this? And second, is this something you guys would want to play out, or do you want to just kind of describe what their style is like? You know what I mean? So let's start
you mean
first.
like actually roll for it?
Right, like there's two ways you could do it. You could actually spar PvP non-lethally, or you could say, okay, this is what you learn from like a shoe likes to do this and that when fighting. I'm fine with either. It's up to you.
Normally, I would like to just describe, but this is glass. And we have a vengeance.
Fight me, Mackenzie!
I will fight you!
Fight me!
Would you mind if we did like custom rolls per person?
What
'Cause
do
I'm
you
quite
mean?
sure each person would like to do different things for their sparring.
I'm confused by what you mean by custom rolls.
As in, like, both players basically agree what they're rolling on and what the rules are.
Oh, I was just going to have you PvP non-lethally.
Yeah.
That might take a little bit of time.
Okay.
Like, I'm assuming that, I would rather it go down to, like, maybe 1 or 2 rolls.
Sure.
For at least myself.
So why don't we do it? Why don't we do it this way?
Yeah, I'd rather do it that way too.
Why don't we do it this way? Instead of doing like 6-second rounds and doing 10 of them or something, we just do 2 or 3 rounds and say those rounds cover like a good minute of time, if that makes sense. I.e., you're not making a roll for a attack, you're making a roll for how you fare overall in your attacks.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so, in other words, just to keep it simple, let's say Orit's attacking with a short sword and Tai is attacking with the staff. I know that's not how you fight, but just bear with me. You would both make attack rolls with your weapons. We do like 3 rolls altogether and see who does better, and we would use that to describe the fight.
Yeah, pretty much. Although, personally, I was just gonna go grappling. Because that's what I do.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Arthur's gonna be interesting because he's a grapple boy.
Yeah, and
that's fine.
if
We
I
can
make
do
the
same
grapple, I'm just gonna put you in a pretzel.
Put me in a dumpster.
Yep.
Okay, so let's start. Let's just do kind of case-by-case basis.
You know me
First,
so well.
Orit and Tai would take you up on it. So there is a space behind the Mundane Inn, like for stabling horses, which is where your horse is currently. And there's enough of an area, like a courtyard-style place, where you can spar. So I need to see how this plays out because this is such a weird request. What happens? Orit just kind of goes up to Tai.
Yep, basically, he would go up... well, let me ask this. What is Tyburn exactly doing? Is Tyburn just following him again?
Sure.
So at some point, he would, spin around, look at you, and goes, "Do you always follow people?"
Until they tell me not to.
Good to know. Do you want to spar?
Yes.
Well, that was easier than I thought. I thought I'd have to, like, talk or something. You're an easy one.
Are we doing anything else right now?
I don't know. Fucking nothing at the moment, I guess, other than talking. Let's spar.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay,
Fight
so
me,
you
go
go,
and spar.
you both
Fight me.
walk outside to the back. You'll notice that Gerston actually puts down what he's doing, walks, squeezes out, and sits cross-legged in the corner, and just starts watching you all. So, here's what we shall do. No need to roll initiative or anything. I would just like you both to roll 3 times with whatever kind of attacks you would like to use. They can be different attacks. They can be the same attack. As long as, I believe, you said no magic, correct?
Yeah, when magic gets involved, things can actually start really hurting. So you can't hold back with magic.
So each of you roll 3 of what you would like to do. 3 attacks, 3... And Ty, yours would be sneak attack because you can, with that new UA rule, you can just use your bonus action to do sneak attack.
Oh, I'm gonna get dumpstered. Oh, jeez. Okay.
You are gonna get dumpstered. Yeah, you're a sorcerer fighting a rogue in hand-to-hand combat.
I didn't think that a rogue would get sneak attack with one-on-one
I thought the answer was
combat.
gonna be no ETH too.
Well, but according to the rules, she can use a bonus action to size up and aim at her opponent. So,
yeah, it's essentially making
once.
an aim action.
You can do. We'll say you do it once.
Mess me up, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, here's the argument for why I'm only going to do
Gotta
it
hit,
once.
though.
It's because you're doing this to the point of trying to learn what Ty can do.
That makes
so
sense.
Ty does only sneak attack.
Right. So go ahead and roll 3, each of you, and yeah. And
Do you want to do it with your shovel, or you want to dagger off?
Again, just to show off. Was that explained that this was just to show off, or just a full-on sparring?
It's just mostly a full-on sparring to get a feel for your combat.
Does Ty know your feeling for her combat, is what I mean.
Yeah, he would bluntly ask you that he wants to learn about how you do combat.
Okay. In that case, I'll probably do shovel without sneak, shovel with sneak, and then 1 dagger. Just, like, full.
Cool.
Like, it's a harm said Ty's definitely not trying to win. It's just like, I'm actually trying to show off for you so you know what I can do.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Alright. Let me find where they all are. I have not put shield down as a weapon attack yet, because I don't remember what that was, so...
Oh,
That's something we have to do in the
we'll
future.
have to figure that out. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. There's... Oh!
Oh no! Oh boy!
Oof.
Hold on, as I try to figure out. I have 2 rapiers, and it looks like Roll20 messed with them.
Oop, I forgot to turn sneak attack off for that dagger. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. The daggers are missed anyway, so...
Oh, is it? Okay.
So you miss with 2 attacks and hit with your 1 sneak attack, so you still...
Like a true rogue.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a true rogue.
So I guess flip. Or I'll let you figure it out and then I'll flip. Do you want me to flavor it? 'Cause I think I have an idea.
Oh no, flavor it. Go on ahead.
Yeah, by all means, while she's doing that.
It makes complete sense for the 2 that were not sneak attack for them to be obvious Entimus, because it's like literally just trying to show off, and then 1 sneak attack to be a brat.
Yeah, I like that. Like, the 2 are more just flurries to distract, and that 1 really good hit.
Like, this is what I normally do, and I'm not actually gonna hit you, and then just like, heh, sneak.
Not to mention, not only did you get hit with that 1 sneak, it was almost max damage.
Sorry, babe. I went to go say mate, and it came out as babe. I'm sorry.
That's alright. That's what everyone's been calling him a boy, and like, that's just how it is. Boy!
Boy.
You got this, boy.
Looks like Roll20 messed with them at some point. I'll deal with that sometime later.
Okay.
But I will... 2 rapiers and a dagger.
Okay.
That. That. That.
Hey, the dagger hit, I think, right? What's your AC, Kenzie?
My 16.
Yeah, the dagger hit. Go ahead and do damage.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. That one.
So, what happens is, Ori, you try and engage with Tai. It's clear that she's very skilled in hand-to-hand combat. And you get a nick on her, but it's almost like she sacrificed that tiny nick to just hit you hard with the shovel and rings your bell, doing an equivalent of 21 non-lethal damage. Like, there's that moment of like, ha, I got it, boom! You know, like the world kind of like vibrates into two forms for a second. And then, yeah, you take a second to recover. Don't worry about marking the damage off, right?
Yeah.
And then you just hear from behind, nicely done.
Thank you.
And Gersten just nods at you. Is anyone else taking Orit up on this exhibition?
Well, I mean, Arthur will.
Yeah.
Kai won't. Kai will be like, you know me.
So
They've already sparred before.
here's what I'm planning on doing, because I'm without the magic, without any of that stuff. The only things I really do is like melee combat and grapple. So I'm just gonna try and land a punch, and also grapple.
Gotcha. Sure.
So.
So here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and have each of you do an attack.
Yes.
Then you'll do the grapple, and it will be a matter of, Orit, can you escape it or not? And then we'll use that to flavor the fight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So each of you do an attack.
With unarmed.
Yeah, no, you can use your dagger or whatever.
Alright.
What's your AC, Arthur?
16.
Okay, so you both kind of miss. You're kind of feeling each other out. Neither of you really hit. Arthur, you find out Orit's actually pretty quick on their feet. They dodged that punch pretty nicely. Now you go for a grapple. So Orit, you can use athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Orit, you dodge that first punch. He dodges that rapier. You kind of feel each other out, and then all of a sudden, Arthur dashes in and just like pins you.
Yep. He was trying to hit your leg with a right hook, and you dodged out of the way, and that created an opening to let him get under you and around you, and now you're in a full Nelson. You're just hanging out. He'll let you go after a bit, but
You just hear him muttering something, but it's in undercommon, so you cannot understand any
yeah,
of it.
yeah, you're just gonna just stand there for like a good 10 seconds just to get the point across, and then he's gonna let you go.
You let him go, and he falls limply to the floor.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna pick you back up so you can stand up again.
Oh no, he's gonna be dramatic. He's just going to be absolutely limp because oh no, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Okay, well if you're gonna be like that, then he's gonna put you back in a lock and then take you inside and sit you down on.
Fuck no.
Reminder of a certain Kinku.
Yeah.
I feel like Kai would be watching this from a distance, like amused.
Yeah. You're like next to Gersten, who's also watching amused.
Yeah, they're both drinking coffee, talking, commenting on the sparring.
It's actually a rather good technique there, to hold them down like that.
Yeah, Ori usually does the limp toddler maneuver, I like to call it, where you just kind of let your body... Yeah, where you let your body go limp, and it's sort of more difficult to move you around. But it looks like Arthur's handling it like a champ. I'm quite impressed.
I've heard that's easier if you're a little drunk.
Oh, yes. You need to basically relax all your muscles, and it's a lot more challenging than one would think.
See a shoe going in the background, holding a stack of, looks like loose leaf something, some books. What are you guys doing?
Fighting!
Losing! Ah,
Well,
What are you
winning!
fighting about? What are you winning? What? Is it a game?
Yeah.
I'm sparring. Or at least attempting to.
God, Oreed, Arthur just called you a game.
You guys didn't invite me? She like waddles over with this stack. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
this
can
is-
fight Oreed. That's fine. No offense, Oreed, but I mean, I didn't even work up a sweat. I'd rather fight Maggie.
Wow, even I didn't rub it in.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. He's honest to a fault. I'm
spoiled.
sorry.
Yeah, I know. He's been spoiled with a muscly mage.
Yep.
Kai, you would notice that Winston would pull out like a small leather-bound, looks like a journal
Winston?
or a book. Gersten. I keep saying
Yeah.
Winston because I messed up that first day. Gersten pulls out this small leather journal and little spectacles, puts them on his nose, and pulls out like a nice little quill pen and starts just writing things in the book.
Kai's gonna lean over and read over his shoulder. Well, I guess
Mhm.
next to his shoulder, because he's a big boy.
It's wonderful handwriting, so smooth and very elegant, and it's just like little notes on like how the fight went, and even a comment on loose limp method.
Kai will kind of point to the page. Hey, can I get a copy of this?
Oh, of course. And he nods. It actually seems like happy someone's interested.
She'll smile.
Oh, you're taking notes. That'd actually make it a lot easier for me to. I was going to ask what happened. She like also goes over. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you guys are going to have to bear with me on that. Names and I are horrible, especially when they're similar. I still call Mika and Mia different things.
Yep, that's okay.
Who else is sparring?
Apparently you.
Oh. She's holding stack. Can anyone carry this?
Kai will hold out her arms.
She plops them. They're a normal stack. Nothing.
She'll take care of them. She might actually like kind of organize them so they're a bit more tidy. Unless they're already tidy.
They're organized and sorted, but they are like not. They're not like a perfect column of papers and whatnot.
Yeah, she'll make them a perfect column if she can.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me roll for that.
Also, I need a perception check from you, Kai.
Okay, so hang on, let's get a perception in. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, what would I do to make the papers neat? Is that
That would be organization check. No, sleight of hand.
all right. Okay.
There you go. You have no trouble making the papers neat. You also do notice it's unusually warm out here.
Out where? In the
In the backyard. Like you just noticed that it's warmer than you expected it to be as the shoes kind of handing you the books and you're straightening them out and Gersten's writing you that extra copy. You just it's one of those things you notice, like, oh, it's not as cold as it should be today.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and goes back over to Gersten.
Okay. So Ishu.
Alright, Ishu. You ready? Because apparently I can't even work up a sweat on some folks.
Okay, what are we like? Okay, we know it's a spar. What's going on though? Is there any rules?
The rule is use no magic and pick your weapon.
All right. She then goes and kind of sorts through her belongings and whatnot, and then pulls out a rapier. She then goes, all right, and actually stands. Oh, okay. I'm wonder if anyone will notice this. GM, remember my who I learned rapier from?
Yes, I do.
Do you think any of the characters would notice this, like the type of stance she's using? Because I learned it strictly from him, and
right,
he
it would
learned
require-
it from.
So yes and no. It would require a perception check to notice that it's unusual, and then it would probably be a hell of a history check to know what it would be.
All right.
But I'd let everyone who wanted to roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'd do it. I've been doing so good. We've all been doing
Yeah,
great with perception
we've all
thus
been
far.
doing great.
Oh!
Dolma and Kai. Dolma, I guess, has been watching quietly from the doorway or something.
Dolma's always watching.
Right. I mean, Ori just took your girlfriend in the backyard, and your girlfriend beat the crap out of him. So you're probably
As
watching.
if she wouldn't be watching.
You, Dolma and Kai, you both notice that Shu has a very unusual, almost relaxed stance with the rapier. A very untraditional style of rapier stance. It's almost like, and if you can flavor this as well if you want, but almost like the tip kind of is lowered and more relaxed. It doesn't feel like it's at the ready. It seems looser than you would expect it to be.
Should they roll a history?
Yes, I would like you both to roll me a history, and dear God, you better roll really high.
No.
Oh!
Mm-mm. No idea where it's from or anything. Just it's very unusual.
She has her one arm to the back and one relaxed arm with the rapier.
So by all means, please make 3 attacks, both of you. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Glass.
Sorry. I do not control the die.
I guess what Arthur said really got to her. Boom.
Oh
Excuse
man.
me, him.
Oh boy. Okay, 2 more for B5. All right. Okay. So
Are all of his going to you?
Yeah.
See it.
I have not seen
Yeah.
any of Pip's rolls.
Yeah.
yes.
You haven't
Sorry.
said to GM.
Yeah.
Son of bitch!
It's fine. It was a 21, 6, 21. So
Fuck.
Ah, dang.
So, Glass, go ahead and roll the damage on your 2 20s.
During your 2 attacks, you will actually hear Shu actually say quite a few things to you while you're attacking. She will go, I wonder where you learned these stats from. They're awfully clumsy of you. Can't even hit a barn door. Excuse me as I roll a few things as well.
Are you using magic?
Almost.
Eyebrow raises.
Really be said to use magic. They just kind of sing and stuff.
She's using cutting words.
Yeah, so not
It
quite
is-
magic.
What?
Not quite magic.
Not quite. Yeah. It is basically literally just distracting you, and that's it.
So go ahead and roll. Are you doing it once
This
or
is for
twice?
the first
or?
one. This is for the first damage, and then for the second damage.
Gotcha. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I just take 4 less
Unfortunately-
damage.
No, cutting words doesn't do damage. It does
Yes,
the
it's
hit.
it's damage rolls as well.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was going to say this was a very even fight as you both rolled 14 points of damage in 2 hits. Shu rolled 7 and 7, you rolled 5 and 9, which both equal 14. However, with the distraction of a Shu tends to get slightly an upper hand in the sparring match. The skill seems very on point. You both deflect and hit the same number of times. You both hit solidly, but Arit, with the distracting words, you just don't quite hit as solidly as her rapier hits on you and leaves those welts. But very evenly matched.
Afterwards, she does, like, groan a bit and go like, oh, jeez. That definitely is going to leave something.
Need healing?
No. This didn't hit anything that wouldn't just come back with a nice afternoon rest.
Fair enough. Must say, quite the talker when you're in combat.
I have to be. She wipes a bit of sweat off her brow. Look, if you really want to know about my fighting style is whatever your fighting style is. In most cases, I'm more of a, how do you say, more than a talker than a fighter. But talking helps a lot in fights.
Well, it certainly was distracting, so I think it helped you out quite a bit. And there's no shame to be more of a talker than a fighter. Truthfully. He looks at everyone. I think we're gonna need a good talker.
I'm a great talker. I don't know what you're talking about.
Kai will lean over to Gersten and say, I think that was directed at you.
Gerthen looks up from writing notes, looks over. Me?
Yes,
Why?
you are writing. You are writing and not talking.
My dear Drow, I am nothing but a barkeep. I'll leave the talking to you. And then
She
goes back
says
to writing.
nothing. Yeah, they go back to like their quiet. They're like the opposite of the Muppets. Oh my god. Waldorf
The old guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on their names? Okay, but yeah, the opposite of them.
Nice. Well, and with that concluded, the sparring kind of done. Did Orit gather what they were hoping to gather, or?
He still hasn't sparred Doma, but I don't know if Doma wants to.
Yeah, Dolma, did you? I, for some reason, thought you weren't, but I don't think you ever actually said.
I did not say one way or another because I was muted. That's fine. So yeah, I guess she will bring up the rear as far as fighting. And because she's a bard and she doesn't really, she doesn't do anything fancy. It would literally just be like 2 rapier attacks and a dagger. Sure,
Okay.
Why not?
Sure. All right, then roll them for me, everyone. As Orit continues the gauntlet. Like, I imagine at this point, Orit's just like,
Oh,
Okay.
there's another one. Why did we have such a big group?
just like holds up a hand. Okay, I'm ready. 2 of those are hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And then Orit, you as well.
Mm-hmm. Alright. We'll do 1. No.
What's your AC, Dolma?
17.
Okay, so 2 of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage twice.
Wait, did you say 17?
Yeah. So your skill with the blades are about the same. You both scored 2 hits. You both parried 1 attack, or way more than that, obviously. However, Dolma's hits landed harder, quite a bit harder, as she did about 15 points of non-lethal, and you ended up doing about 9 points of non-lethal. So, kind of like a shoe, Ori, your skill with them is fairly similar with Dolma. You both know how to use your blade, but Dolma's just gotten better hits in, and they really are starting to add up and smart. Your body's starting to be very sore.
And I will mention that she isn't actually wearing armor, so a lot of it might just be the fact that she doesn't necessarily have a very traditional fencing stance. She moves a lot. It's very, very much a lot of swaying. It almost is dancing, and she's She's moving around and fighting.
You stop the fight. He takes a breath. Goes, okay, I think that's enough of me being a punching bag for one day.
I mean, to be fair, you did ask for it.
Oh, you wanna go, Kai?
No, I want to see you get beat up more.
Hey. Would you like, Kai,
Huh?
would you like to get involved?
No.
Cool.
Do it.
Oh, what's the matter, Kai? Are you afraid?
What? No, I'm just busy reading.
I don't
Sure
know.
you are.
It seems like you're being a bit chicken. I mean, honestly, or eat hits like a baby bird, so I don't know what really there is to be scared of.
Well, I really only have magic, so I don't know how we could spar unless you want me to slap him. Which I can do.
I mean, you've done it before.
Alright, Kai will get up and crack her knuckles.
Hang on.
I love
wait,
how there's not
so
even
you
combat
don't
music
know-
anymore.
So you don't know how to use any weapons?
I don't have anything on me.
Do you know how to use a rapier?
A what?
She holds up her sword.
No, I'll stick with the slapping.
Just raises her hand, shoots her rapier, steps back.
Orit, might I suggest something a little bit more unique? Whoever can slap the other person first.
Well, it's your rules. I will oblige.
Hang on, let me look at my
Smiles.
spells to see if I can cheat. Give me a second. Hold on, I gotta see if I can cheat. I was smack talking, and then I realized Guy's gonna get slapped if I don't look to cheat. So hang on, let me check.
As Ori's putting up their rapier and like taking off a glove.
There's not even alcohol involved.
I don't have unarmed on my attack thing, so...
So what happens is you would just roll your dex or strength with your proficiency, and it would be 1 point of damage plus your strength modifier. Actually, no, it would just be strength. It wouldn't be dex. It would be a d20 plus your strength modifier and your proficiency, and then the damage if you hit is 1 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Yeah. 1 plus your strength mod is the correct one, unless you
Only
have...
monks can use dex.
I'm
yes.
assuming I'd click...
Other than Tavern Brawler, I think?
That's true. That might work too. So basically, Ori, you would just do a d20 plus 4 to hit.
Okay. I'll just type that down, because I don't want to mess with my character sheet.
And then Kai would do a d20 plus 3. Unless
Okay.
Is there any way for Kai to cheat?
Yeah, I'm gonna cheat. I gotta be subtle about it. Okay, so we're outside. We're in the backyard. It's still kind of hot.
Actually, now that you're kind of facing Ori, no, it feels cooler now.
Okay,
That's a little concerning.
I wouldn't worry about it. Okay. Let me
Quickly
think.
spin around and find the heat.
Shit.
Face northeast for heat.
What I get for not
Like licks a finger, puts it up in the air.
Okay.
What do you think of doing, Kai?
So you know how much I love glitter.
Yes.
I'd like to use prestidigitation to throw glitter at his face to temporarily blind him so I can slap him before he slaps me.
Okay. We have a kind of a set of rules for this, though I forget what they are, and I don't have them with me.
Good job, DM. Woo!
So here's what I will do. I actually did before we started the campaign. I made like some rules that were for like improvisation attacks. What we will do is we will say this is a spell attack, right? Mm-hmm. So for you, Kai, I would want you to roll a d20 plus 5.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I need to go get that because it's actually really useful.
You got it. Okay. So, we doing this? Is Ori gonna cheat?
Well, no, roll me first.
No.
We roll first.
Roll the d20 plus 5 first. Okay. Yeah, your glitter's not going to affect her. affect Orit as
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Let me try again. Shit!
Still does not work.
Hold on, someone else kept on inspiration to slap her.
I'm not with you, Em.
It's a noble cause.
Yeah, but now we get to watch Kai fail.
So, Orit,
Uh-huh.
you know Kai. You knew this was coming.
Oh, she has done this multiple times in the past.
You're able to duck out of the way of the glitter, and I'd like you each to roll. So, Criana, roll a d20 plus 3, and Orit, roll a d20 plus 4. Mm-hmm. Oh, it doesn't
Oh, you
matter!
still got him.
Get out, Orit!
Like, you don't
Orit,
get the glitter
you get
in
a
your eyes.
commanding strike.
What?
Oh!
Why? What does everyone have against Kai? What did she do?
What does the commanding strike do again?
It's a standard movement to allow a friendly creature that see or hear me to move and immediately do an attack. Half her movement speed, do one weapon attack. Add
Okay.
1d8 to attack roll.
Okay. Well, so here's what would affect that. Because they're just doing one attack each, but you'd get to add the 1d8 to that attack roll.
So I just roll 1d8.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Roll 1d8.
Dang.
So
What's
14.
Your AC? What's her AC? Hang on. Herbert's 12. It hits! Well, it would have hit either way, actually. So you both hit at the same time. Kai.
Yeah, they've done this before.
Kai, you do 2 points of damage, or you do 3 points of damage. Your smack lands harder.
How? I like to imagine that it's like the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, where they're both just in sync.
Yes!
So, yeah.
Ocelot and Snake just punching each other at the same time. Oh, man. That was a good scene, though their faces would have been mush.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, that's what happens. You both tie. You smack at the same time. Orit's hits a little harder than Kai's. By the way, you know what? Kai, roll me a sleight of hand real quick. I want to see if anyone else saw the glitter, or if that was just Orit.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was very, present, throwing it at the face.
Yes, but I mean, it's possible she could have done it very cleverly.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
kind
would
of
have had a
pictured,
completely
queer...
different action if that was the case.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, let's roll this first, because it's probably not going to work.
I mean, she got hit either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Hand.
Oh no, everyone saw it.
Yeah. And then Kai will give Orit a look and then say, "So, Orit, what did you learn about my fighting style?"
You are a dirty, dirty cheater.
And she'll boop his nose. That's right.
I expect nothing less, in all honesty.
Kirsten's writing down in his journal.
Kai will go sit over next to Gersten, her face noticeably more red from where she got hit, and she'll lean over again and says, "Yes, I will need a copy of that as well."
You see in the journal, intelligent enough that to know rules don't apply in combat. Is what you see being written.
Her heart grew 2 times big that day. and then shrunk back down. Okay.
Yeah, it was a momentary lapse. In fact, I believe it's a heart murmur. You might want to get that looked at.
Probably go get that checked out.
Oh, Orit. It was a sore day, but you learned a lot about your companion.
I mean, to be quite honest, I expected it because there's no magic involved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a baby mage.
I also imagine that, like, Crystal was laughing every time you got hit.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal thought this was a horrible idea.
It's probably why he did it, in all honesty.
Probably.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, Bern. What? Just Glass and I over here having a conversation.
No, I mean, like, what was the reaction when Arthur totally had him in a hold?
Oh, in Orit's head?
Yeah.
Go limp.
Okay.
Go limp.
Which he did.
Yeah. Yep.
You've been training for this.
This is how you beat this unbeatable
like we talked
technique.
about.
Go limp.
Yeah, like we talked about, go limp.
You are no hero.
Oh, man.
Just learning from the best.
Couple of things. As that goes on, I'm going to hold off on the tavern opening as for everything I have planned. That we should wait until next session. But there are two things. One thing I want to ask, and this is the whole group, but Ashu, I believe, is the one that's holding it. During the next 2 weeks, would anyone have used Baboom services for anything? Oh, and Ashu, real quick before you get started, because plans have changed, and don't worry, you'll love it. You did go by the bookstore. Bookworm, looking for some sort of thing to keep your books. And the Dragonborn there, who is a golden or a copper Dragonborn, would say, "Oh, you're out of luck, ma'am. We had something like that, a scroll of keeping, but it was just purchased the other day."
Well, do inform me if anything like that comes in stock. I'll be around probably weekly.
Well, I should have one in a few weeks. I'll be sure to let you know. Does anyone use Baboom services over the course of the 2 weeks, or contact him or anything of that nature?
Not I.
I want to sell stuff, but I want to do it not in session, so...
Sure. Well, that would still work. You'd still just call him forward, and he would just bring gold and take whatever items back with him.
Yeah, there's a few things that we need to sell, but we can handle that out of session. If anybody is going to use his services, Arthur will mention that, the bookshelf idea that Ashu had would be really neat if he could find, like, a trunk or something to hold all of his clothes. Because I gotta tell you, looking at his items, dude's got, like, half of it's just clothes. More than half of it is just clothes.
Well, I mean, for something like that, you're just going to have to get a bag of holding. They don't really make specialized or have one specially crafted.
Yeah, that's fair. Or a handy haversack or something like that.
So one thing I do want to know is that because I want to kind of go over how it works the first time you use it. The little amulet you were given, it takes a minute to use. You have to basically set it on the table in front of you and concentrate on it while thinking of Baboom. And after a minute or so, you can do the equivalent of a sending spell, or not quite a sending spell. You can speak more, but basically you can tell him what you need. You have to be fairly concise. You can only talk for a bit. You can only send one message, and he can send one back, but it's not limited to the 25 words, right? And in this case, it would basically be, we have stuff to sell. Would you be interested? And you would get a response back. Of course, my friends. I'll be there in just a moment. Oh! That's right. I had something for you. 1 moment, please. And then a few minutes later, he would literally materialize out of the amulet, and would step. Like, it depends on where you put the amulet. I'm guessing the first time, because he didn't really describe it, it's like on the table. So he kind of materializes on the table and goes, well. Hello, my friends. And he is wearing very colorful, what looks like robes, almost like silken robes. They're tied at the waist with a silk belt, and he's wearing slippers. And of course, he has gold jewelry everywhere. And he hops off the table and says, "I hope you have all been fine."
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Yes, I'd be more than happy to buy anything that you need to take it off your hands. I'm always looking for more inventory. Oh, and I had a gift for all of you. Thank you for entering into this agreement. Yes, one moment. I have it here. And he pulls out a small, wrapped package. It's wrapped in parchment paper and tied with a string. And attached to the package is a note. And he goes, "This was made for me by one of my very dear friends, a bird that I am very sweet with. They heard that I had the new clients and wanted to send a message. So here you go. It is good food. It's good." And hands you a package of what presumably is food. And on it is a message that I am going to share with you all. Give me a second.
Do I need to turn the volume on and roll 20?
No. It's
Okay.
not that kind of message. It's you will see it, not I'm actually going to have someone try and read it.
Okay.
Show to players, show to everyone. I just need to remember how to DM. There you go. So tucked inside an envelope of dusty brown paper, behind a seal of sun yellow beeswax, a letter awaits. It smells of warmth, of a distant arid sky, and faintly, just faintly, of sweet fragrant honey. If anyone would like to read that.
I can. Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
Do it.
To whom it may concern, it reads, regarding Baboom the merchant, perhaps you, as I have, came across this man on your winding path and have considered him with the wariness given to any stranger possessed of a silver tongue. I too am a stranger to you, merely words on a page far removed from the hand that wrote them, and I cannot ask you to heed my words above your own good judgment. So I will simply tell you the truths that my own heart knows. There is no matter in which I would not hear his counsel. There is no battle in which I would not feel more assured given his skills at my disposal. There is no meal at my table which I would be poorer for his presence. There is no hour or day in which he and fair Brunhilde are not welcome at my hearth. Should you give him your time and your trust, then I think you will find, as I have, an indispensable ally and an irreplaceable friend. Gentle may the sun shine upon you, M.K.
And in the package, you find cooked and caramelized insects.
Ari, we'll try it.
Oh, Kai's eating that for sure.
Yeah.
They're actually really good.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they're really good.
So, Arthur will be off-put, but he's gonna ask how they taste.
They
Are-
taste really good.
Are they sweet?
Oh yeah, they're very sweet. They're sticky. They're really chewy.
And he's going to start grabbing.
Yeah, it looks like caramelized beetles.
It's fine. He
The
likes
initial crunch.
sweet things.
Yeah, it is on the outside almost like it's caramelized, so sweet and a little salty.
Yeah.
On the inside, it's insect. So, but it's not bad. It's unusual if you have not eaten lots of insects.
Mhm.
But it's really well prepared. So in other words, I guess the best way to say it is it was cooked with a very high roll. It's just a matter of how your character feels about insects.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, Arthur will, as
Doma
long as
takes
they're
some
sweet.
convincing.
It's that initial crunch that is just so good.
Is there any more?
Oh yeah, there's more right there.
So question, was this read out loud?
Yes.
So, you find Baboon sitting in a chair, and, like, his eyes are closed, and he looks just so happy.
As everyone is like completely ignoring him, completely enraptured by the book.
Oh no, Dolma's got an eye on him, and she's like, he said that this was made by someone that he's, air quotes, affectionate about.
Mm-hmm. He did.
So, is this a sweetheart of yours?
Maybe in one day. Maybe. If I prove good enough. But she's very busy. Very many things to do, very many people to take care of.
Well, not too much to send out. She like glances at the bugs. Food to strangers.
Ha! Yes. Well, she's an odd sort. She would invite her enemies to dinner. And his face like completely strains. Literally. I mean, literally, she invites her enemies to dinner all the time. It's odd.
Is that supposed to be like some kind of threat, or?
No, I believe that she thinks that she can. I think that Miri thinks that sense can be talked into anyone if you just do it over a good meal. A little naive, perhaps, but wonderfully optimistic.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, so, about those items. He'll stand up, and then we can do it out of session. But any items that you want to sell, he'll be more than happy to take off your hands.
Wait.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to convince Dolma to try a bug.
Roll a persuasion.
Where is it on here? Persuasion, there it
You're a
is.
charisma caster. This should be your thing. Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
You said roll!
Oh, God. Yes.
Doma, she makes it, Orit, he makes it look so good.
Just, all right. Okay. All right. I'll try one. And, of course, it's amazing because you know and I know who's made this. And it's
Right.
amazing.
Tastes delicious. For bugs.
Yep. She just, like, mutters under her breath. I never thought I would actually eat a bug.
Give
Up
me a
north,
second.
you learn to enjoy everything you get.
Oh yeah.
Hey, when you live on the street.
Everyone roll me, well, let's say
Yes.
Arthur, Ashu, and Kai, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, sure.
God damn it, guys!
Okay.
Top notch.
One of them
Look,
is
we have one perception.
one of them is missing. You don't know how that happened.
Okay.
So there's that. There's one other thing I did want to do. I believe some of you wanted to go and check in on Holly, as it was going to be a week or two before she was awake, and it's been almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So who would like to go back to the Temple of the Gods?
I would think everyone.
Yeah, I'd go.
Good.
Group adventure.
Group adventure! You guys make your way back to the Temple of the Gods. of which there are still Char and Scar sitting outside. People have gotten much more used to them as they've been there for almost 2 weeks and have yet to hurt many people.
Plus,
It's like those giant lion statues outside of like old-fashioned libraries.
yeah. And on top
Yeah.
of that, there's this new inn that's opening up called the Sleepy Dragon. There's people are getting used to
There's,
dragons being around.
There's some complaint that people that might be a bit too uppity might get like a snap at them. But no one as yet has been really hurt. They, as you pass, do we need, either of you need to speak with them or converse with them in any way?
The only thing Arthur will mention is he'll greet them. He'll be nice, say hi, ask if they've eaten, etc.
They nod. They'll tell you that they take shifts. One will go to the harbor and eat, and the other one will go. But they only need to do so like once a week.
Yeah. Okay. He'll come back out if Holly's awake, and let him know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, they'd be very excited to hear.
Yeah.
Actually, Char would say, "Mother is awake, but she is still weak.
Oh.
They say that she must stay here for longer."
Do you want me to ask her questions or relay anything?
He shakes his head. She speaks with us.
Okay.
You make your way inside, and of course you pass the reception desk. Welcome to the Temple of the Gods. Oh, it's you.
Hi, Fran.
Hello. How can I help you today?
We were going to go and see a patient, Holly.
Oh, yes, the druid. Very talkative, that one. Actually, if you can, I'm supposed to give her something, and, well, with these old bones, maybe you could.
Oh, yes, of course. What do you need?
She hands you a small, like, brown bag. Inside, there's, like, a grass-like substance. She's requested this. A lot of it, actually.
Well, I'll make sure that she gets it.
Is that a
She
weed?
nods.
Beat me to it.
I would have said hello, but
100%
Criana
you.
was stuffing her face. So. Sorry.
No,
Right,
she would have nodded to her. You guys make your way back to the infirmary. And you know by this point where Holly is. She's in the back, separated by a curtain. And as you enter and pull back the curtain, you see Holly is sitting up in bed. She still looks weak. Her like muscle mass hasn't regained its full texture. She still looks a little scrawny, a little starved. She's looking much better than when you saw her a few weeks ago. Elora,
Yes.
if you would.
So yeah, Holly kind of shuffles, sits up a little bit, and then stops. Oh, no, that's not a good position. Hi, how can I help you? There's a lot of you.
Hello.
Hi.
Can someone invite her to the party so Gunfrey can reunite with Holly? Just gonna throw that out there.
No.
Come on. She can wheelchair in.
No.
She can wheelchair. Oh my
zoom.
god. She can
Okay.
zoom.
Oh my god, Gumfrey would know the dragons.
She would.
Mhm.
Wait.
It's because of him that she has them.
Oh, fuck.
It's Uncle Comfrey.
Gunfrey's walking by with groceries, looks over. Yeah, they look familiar. Yeah.
Hello. Holly, was it?
Yes. Did I? Know any of you?
Not entirely, but we know at least a little bit about you. We were the ones who checked out and found that portal that you were keeping open.
Oh. Oh, you're the ones. Gotcha. Well, I have to say thank you for what you did for me and my boys. What can I do for you?
Truthfully, I have no clue, but here, this is for you. He hands over the brown bag.
Oh, thank you. And she makes little grabby hands. Oh, is this? Yep, that's the good stuff. Makes my day so much better. She sets it off to the side. Wonderful. I suppose you'll be wanting to know about the portal, unless you've already been filled in.
Well, I'm a little bit curious. The last time I saw it was really deep underwater, and you were stuck in a bubble.
Well, technically, that's the last place I saw it as well, but, well, do you have any questions about it?
Did you just stumble upon it?
Well, She pauses for a moment and then just kind of rolls her eyes. To tell you the truth, I just kind of wanted to take a deep dip in the harbor, so I might have changed into a shark and dropped in for a little bit. Have to say, seeing a portal into God's know what at the bottom was not what I was expecting. But I was here in the, well, technically I was here in the city to begin with to check on a, family friend. Well, I suppose you could almost call it my kid. Oh, that would expand my family by way too much. Sure.
They
A
call
small...
you mom, though, so I think they are your family now.
What? Oh, the boys? No. Well, obviously they're, I have a bad habit of awakening things, shrubs, birds, rats. It's a long story. It's not usually when I'm sober. It always seems like a really good idea at the moment, though.
That
Of course.
must take a considerable amount of power.
You'd be surprised.
I
mean,
would
dear,
be. That's why I said it.
Dear, I've been a druid for a very long time.
Uh-huh. Well, to be honest, I'm not very familiar with druids.
Yeah. Are you sure I haven't seen you before?
I've never seen you before until about 3 weeks ago, when you were stuck in a portal. Well, not in a portal. You know what I mean.
And her face just lights up. No, I've seen you before. Oh, I was dead not dead sober. I was sober enough that day. That was the day I found my boys. You are the spitting image of that young Orit back at the Dwarven Temple.
He tries to think a moment, what in the world is she talking about? I don't remember going to. Oh, it dawns on him. Oh. How long ago was this?
Oh God. You see, time is it's a bit of a slippery concept for me. Not entirely sure. It's been at least a decade, I'd say. Maybe. give or take a few years. And she like squints, just like, maybe. Oh, that was quite an adventure, though. You look exactly like... Are you sure you don't have any kind of a spark or a memory? Like,
I'm afraid I've never actually met you, but if I had to guess... He looks at his shoe. I
don't remember her. She was not on the party boat, which I met very many long-lasting friends.
If only Gumfrey was here, he could be the binding glue.
Hang on, let me roll on in.
No, you know what? She would go like, if I met any of the folks like Gumfrey again, I don't think I would... I think I would remember her along with Gumfrey.
You're not talking about the wee gnome with the ticket.
Yes. Are you acquaintances with Gumfrey?
Oh, he was there too! God, what a twat.
Focus is... What is...
Remember Gumfrey and Sons?
Amazing.
I mean, to be fair, he's the only reason I've got my boys, but at the same time, that is really quite incredible. That man, I've never met anyone like him. No, that's not fair. I've met plenty like him. But in the end, he is the reason I've got my boys, so that's really not a fair judgment, I guess. Well, that might just be my bias.
He's in town. You can go meet him at the gathering at the Dragon Inn. There's a big how to do then.
Is this like a bar?
Yes,
situation?
plenty to drink.
She like glances around the group, like cranes her neck a little bit, like leans in towards the shoe. What? Wait, when is this grand opening happen? This get together?
Just giving you guys a little picture of Holly there.
Squeak, when is the opening?
So we're gonna say it's probably like 3 days out from this point.
Right. Oh, in about 3 days' time at this time of sun.
Amazing. I'll see what I can do about maybe dropping by. What was the name of the place?
Sleepy Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, you can't have a grand opening like for a place like that without some actual dragons, now can you?
Well, I'll be there.
Jesus Christ, this is going to be like the event of the winter.
Yeah.
This is our own Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And my brother's gonna be there too, so that's good.
We didn't even have an affinity war. It's great.
Not yet. We'll
All
get
the
there.
fun, none of the massacre. Hey.
Hey!
Hi.
Oh no, Gumfrey gets the Thanos' gauntlet.
I was just gonna
Oh
say,
my
looks at Fulma.
Oh god.
Aw.
She just like pats Arthur's hand, and I'm sure you're gonna make a great show of it.
Maybe. We'll see.
You know, I don't think I got any of your names.
What? No one's gonna go.
I'm Shu.
Hi.
Hi.
I am Arthur Stormchild.
Oh, that's quite the name on ya.
Yeah.
Dawn was off in the background.
Bodyguard. Well, I am Orit, not the same Orit that you knew.
Gotcha.
You probably met my father.
I'm starting to get that, yes. Well, it's interesting to meet so many familiar faces in this town. Right, but at least you were able to get that portal closed. Did you ever figure out who opened it?
Not completely, but there was a person in caves that was sent to guard it. And they were sent by some
Strahd.
yeah, that person.
Holly's expression goes very, very sober, and she frowns and nods. I heard that you saved my boy from that wretched creature, and I have to thank you for that as well.
Oh, it's no problem.
She nods grimly. Well, if you ever find anything else, if you find out who opened that, you'd best make sure that they're taken care of. Once I'm back up and about, I probably won't be staying in town very long, but well,
Okay.
I'll be keeping a lookout.
I mean, we can give it a shot, but if I were to bet, I'd probably bet on Strahd being the one who opened it in the first place.
You really think Strahd was here in town?
I don't know this situation very well, but if I had to make a guess, then that would be my guess.
That's a concerning thought. Well,
And with that, Arabelle would come in. All right, enough. She needs her rest. Shoo, say your goodbyes. And you, she takes the brown bag, puts it on the table. Not today.
but it helps with my wee bones. They're so achy. And she sinks into the pillow deeper, and she just puts on these big sad eyes. I was stuck down in that hole for so long.
Oh, Jesus. Roll me. I know you don't have a character sheet for her, but roll me a persuasion check. I don't remember what Holly's charisma was, but...
I remember it being fairly decent.
Oh, Arabelle's not into it. She's just got her arms crossed. She's staring at you. I mean, she's been a nurse for a very long time.
Yeah, and she's probably caught her smoking a fucking stack, just out of her mind.
This isn't the first time Fran's been supplying her.
After a bit, she just realizes it's not working. Oh, fine, all right.
Arabelle will look to the rest of you. Thank you for coming. She needs company, but she needs her rest.
Understood.
Yeah.
I've been resting at the bottom of a lake for 2 weeks. I think I'll be fine. I mean, I wouldn't recommend the diet choice, but...
She walks up to you, holds out a hand, then punch my hand. Punch my hand, and you can go.
Quince. That promise there, Arabelle.
And she nods.
Ah.
An attempt was made.
An attempt was made. Oh, she wants to go to that fucking bar. She's gonna sneak out of there for her life depends on it.
Yeah, if the players really want it, she'll find a way, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But like you guys see Holly like can't make it up to the hand as her muscles are severely atrophied.
Yeah. Before we go, is there anything you want? Any message you want to relay to your boys?
And Holly, you know, with your powers, you're still in contact with them quite a bit as long as you're conscious.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, no, right. I'm just letting Elora know.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to be nice.
She takes Arthur's hand and gives it a little pat. Would she be able to tell that he has dragon in him?
I'd let you roll a perception check, but it'd have to be pretty high because Arthur looks very human.
Oh, yeah, she just thinks that he's this sweet little boy.
Maybe
Sweet
a fan
buff
of
boy.
dragon. Yeah.
he's a dragon weeaboo. Oh no!
He's wearing a onesie.
Oh man!
And so she just pats his hand. Sweetheart, that's quite all right. I'm actually, I can talk with my boys as I need, and really, it's quite all right. They're. What language is he saying this in? Is he trying to speak in common?
He's trying. He's doing an okay job.
Yeah, she just shakes her head. Besides, they don't know much common. They prefer draconic.
I do too.
Oh?
He'll start speaking incredibly fast and draconic. Yeah, it's my normal language.
Squints at you.
I think it's safe to assume that after 25 years, she has picked up Draconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would. She's just like, interesting.
Well, I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, I expect I'll make a... She, looks over at a shoe, speedy recovery. Gives her a very sly little wink.
Hang on a second. Arabelle doesn't see it.
Yes!
The warden is clueless.
Yeah. Oh, and with that, you guys are ushered out, and we're probably going to end the session there, and we'll pick up next session with the grand opening of the Sleepy Dragon, which is turning out to be quite an event.
Party!
It's gonna be crazy.
Oh my god.
Gumfrey's bringing special drinks.
Oh god.
Holly showing up with her wagons. Kip's coming.
Yeah.
There might be an appearance with superheroes. It's gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah.
The bar is not nearly big enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
The bar is not nearly high enough.
Oh, and with that, we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
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 Okay, bye.